When you look at it on the map, the plan seems straightforward. Just a loop around the Baltic Sea. But down on the ground, this is 8 countries and a whole lot of gravel. My name is Jari and my mission is to ride this entire loop solo on my KTM 690 using the Trans-Euro Trail as the backbone for my adventure. It all starts here with a highway ride from Helsinki to Turku and a ferry to Stockholm, which greeted me with empty streets at sunrise. The perfect beginning to what I knew would be an awesome adventure. After a short highway ride, we would reach Trans-Euro Trail Sweden. This is day 1. Welcome to the Baltic Sea Loop.
Now that was nice. Absolutely no traffic in Stockholm. I'm now in Södertälje after 40 kilometers and roughly 30 minutes. And now after this cross section I will be on the Trans-Euro Trail. Let's see which section this is. Section 12. Now that's really nice. Let's see how long this will be paved and when the gravel starts. I'm not expecting any challenges or difficulties, but hopefully I will be pleasantly surprised. Okay, the first gravel road came pretty fast, only 5 kilometers after Södertälje. That's a lot sooner than I expected, but very nice. Let's see how my new tires work in the gravel. I haven't yet tested these at all. Just changed these before the trip. Is it this way? Nice. It has been raining quite a lot yesterday, so this kind of grassy parts could be, oh, they are super slippery. This is actually marked on the trail. Let's see what this is about. Rest area. Big tipi. There's a fireplace and everything. Yeah, actually it was quite nice from the inside, even though it's pretty ugly from the outside. Yeah, let's continue. Whoa! That could have lasted for longer. Should we do it twice? Maybe not.
What a great start for the day. I have now ridden about 50 kilometers of the trail since Södertälje, and I have to say it has been a lot better than what I expected. There has been a lot more gravel than paved, so that's excellent. But I'm still a bit learning how to ride with my new tires, because I just put on these new tires before this adventure. These are now Mitas Enduro Trail XT Plus on the front ones, and in the rear I have now Dunlop 908 RR tires. So these are a lot more off-road oriented than the factory ones. And this is now the first kilometers that I have been riding with these. The grip feels unbelievable, but I'm still a bit hesitant how they act. Do they act like this constantly, or is there change in different situations? But so far they feel really good. Let's see how they act when we get to some muddy places or sandy places. But all right, let's drink some water and then continue on the trail.
That was again a super nice section. Alright, so this place was marked on the trail, old mine, very spectacular. It seems to be a old limestone quarry, 200 meters walk. Yeah, why not? Let's check that out.
This quarry was in operation since the 1600s all the way up to 1945. So extremely long time. And yeah, this is actually quite a sight. Let's take a walk around. This is actually very beautiful now that the nature has taken over it. So I can recommend to visit this one. Good. But yeah, let's continue again.
Alright, so the section on the trail changed from 12 to 13. I rode about 70 kilometers of the section 12 and that was a pure pleasure. Now let's continue to follow this section 13, I think down to section number 2, if I remember right. Okay, so there's some moisture here. Let's see how deep this gets. Alright, piece of cake. This seems to be like a snowmobile track or something similar. Let's take a picture on this nice bridge. Yeah, that 360 camera is now a bit of an issue because I don't want the lens to be scratched here. I will take it away so that I can concentrate on this. Alright, let's do it without the camera. This is a bit overgrown. Yeah, I was actually expecting to find only basic gravel roads here on this Trans-Euro Trail Sweden, these sections. But this has been a super nice surprise. So I was planning to make my own trails if it turned out like that, but now it seems that I will continue along this trail as long as it feels good. Alright, so it goes here. Alright. Time is now 10:30 in the morning and I'm starting to get quite hungry. I haven't eaten anything yet today except peanuts, and those only take you so far. But now there's a bigger road up ahead, so I will check there if there's any restaurants close by. I would really like to go to a Maxi Burger. That's my favorite fast food place in Sweden, so let's see if those are around. And also now I noticed that the fuel light is also on. I don't know for how long has it been. So now this is a good time to fuel both the KTM and myself. But yeah, let's see where we are. Okay, so we are just below the city of Eskilstuna. Let's see, Max Burgers. 18 kilometers and roughly 17 minutes. That's not bad. Let's go there and fill up the gas tanks and myself. Alright, there it is. And there's a gas station as well. Okay, so both of us are full. I ate at the Max Burger, KTM ate at ST1, and then I got some drinks from Coop for the way. So let's continue and get back on the trail where we left it. It was so good that I don't want to start skipping anything yet. And time is only 11:50 at the moment. Alright, so this is where I left off the trail and let's hop back on it. Välkviken. 314 kilometers to go of this section 13. We will see how long I will ride today. Time is now only 12 o'clock, so there's plenty of time. Right, I think it goes this way. This was again super fun, short stretch, but I think it will end now here in this farmhouse. Those are the best kind of trails. This is nice. Somebody has cut the grass just for this trail, I think. Time is now about 2 o'clock and I'm approaching some bigger city, so I need to check if they have Systembolaget, the liquor store here. Because in Sweden you don't get proper beer from grocery stores. You need to go to this kind of liquor stores to buy, let's say, regular beer. Like 5.0 promilles. But at least there's Piltema, so that's a good sign that there might be also Systembolaget here. So let's do some quick googling and head there and buy a couple of beers for tonight. Yes, they are open until 3 o'clock, so this was the perfect time. What is the name of this place? Katrineholm. Okay, 3 kilometers. Okay, it should be right about here. Alright, I managed to get a couple of beers for tonight, and then I also booked a room actually in the city of Mariestad, which is here 160 kilometers away still through the main roads. So I made at least this one shortcut here, and then I will now join the Trans-Euro Trail a bit further down the trail. So let's head there and continue the trail. My target is to reach Mariestad around 6 or 7 o'clock, so there's still plenty of time. Alright, but let's keep on moving. Yeah, the reason why I booked a room in Mariestad was because there was quite little options to choose from in this area. At least reasonable ones, less than 100 euro budget. This was 71 euros including breakfast, so that's quite okay. And also by coincidence I bought Mariestad beer, so that was also a sign that I should go there. Okay, I decided to go back on the trail earlier than what I planned because I noticed that there was some section marked as Big Smiles gravel road. That sounds something I cannot skip. Big Smiles gravel road. It goes that way. Already this looks like a Big Smile place. This is already Big Smiles. Big Smiles within my helmet. Let's try to practice a bit sand riding here. Alright, so Big Smiles gravel road is up ahead, right from here. It's not marked as a trail, but as this kind of waypoint. Let's go and check it out. So far this is a normal gravel road. Yeah, I thought this would be something special, something like in the beginning of this section where I hopped on, but this is a normal gravel road, exactly the kind I have been riding all day. But yeah, Big Smiles anyway, of course. Okay, so now I'm getting back on the trail from this Big Smiles gravel section. I have to say that in the beginning I was a bit underwhelmed because this is a normal gravel road, the kind I have been riding all day, but the sceneries were actually quite nice over there, so take that detour if you come here. Alright, this looks good, or promising. Unfortunately it was that short. But yeah, super fun, super fun. Alright, there's another trail coming up ahead. Fun Dump Road. I don't know what that means, but let's check it out. Yeah, this also feels like a normal gravel road, but yeah, definitely dump fun. Yeah, I would say this was exactly the same guide as the previous road on the trail, but it's always good to go to those specifically marked roads, because if you don't then later on you will think that why didn't I go there. I was having a break here and then I was looking at Google Maps that how long does it take from here to the hotel, and seems that even longer than from the Kristianholm or whatever that previous city was, so I need to start moving towards the hotel. 2.5 hours. I have now ridden 350 kilometers and that means about 260 kilometers of the Trans-Euro Trail so far, and it has been excellent. But yeah, let's start heading towards Marienstad and the hotel. This is also the first time that I'm using Google Maps on top of this DMD, and this seems quite convenient. It shows the map here, Google Maps map, and then it gives the instructions here on the left side, and I can still have this DMD map on top of that and see the Trans-Euro Trail, for example, so that's really good. Okay, so we ended up following the trail for another 20 kilometers, and now it seems that I'm getting off it. So that means roughly 290 kilometers of the trail so far. Alright, this is Marienstad. 505 kilometers altogether. Now I should be very close to the hotel. I think it's this one. Yes. What an awesome day for the first day. And the hotel also looks quite interesting. Like a prison. Let's leave it here for a while and check the situation. So this actually is an old prison, just like I thought. And apparently I can leave my bike here. They will lock this down for the night, so should be quite safe. Like this. Now this is perfect. But alright, now I will take my stuff to the room and take a beer, and then I will go for a walk to the city. Excellent. Let's continue tomorrow.